It's your favorite Adib with the Cism channel with another critical incident stress management chat today. So now, today, oh, sorry, scratching myself. We're going to be talking about empathy, and empathy is a huge part of the Cism conversation. A lot of people confuse empathy with sympathy, and a lot of people will say, well, I'm a natural empath, I'm a born empath. I personally don't believe that. I believe empathy is a learned skill that we develop over years and years, and as we grow and as we evolve, we create those skills, or we are taught that skill. Because as you kind of explain empathy to people, they're like, oh, okay, I am sympathetic. Now, the opposite of empathy is apathy or narcissism, right? So we kind of have to understand what each one is to kind of explain what one and the other are. Now, what empathy is, it's a fellow feeling. It is, that's why the Cism model uses peer support. I can relate to you. I can understand what you've been through. I can understand your struggles. Your struggles are my struggles. One of my favorite stories is a guy was walking down the street. He falls into a big hole and he can't figure out how to get out. So he yells for help, help, somebody help me. A doctor walks by. Oh no, what's going on down there? He says, oh, help me, doctor. He says, all right, writes him a prescription and throws it down. All right, doctor walks off. All of a sudden, a religious leader walks by. He says, hey, religious leader, help me, help me. Religious leader says, oh, my son, I'm going to pray for you. A few minutes later, a friend walks by. He says, help me. And he jumps in with him. He says, what's wrong with you? And the friend says, well, I've been here before, and I'm going to support you. So, and then he goes, I also know the way out. So it's going to take us a little while, but we're going to get out. So empathy is that. Empathy is that fellow feeling. We've been there before. We've had the same struggles. And especially in maybe our first responder world or the nursing world or even teaching or any other field, a lot of times when you have folks who've had the same struggles, right? Who've had the same challenges, they're able to say, you know what? I've been there. I understand your pain. Let me talk you through it. This is what I did. These are some of the strategies that I've used. So the empathy becomes that essential fellow feeling. When somebody may not understand what you're going through, says, I want to help you, but I don't know how. But where empathy becomes important and really that fellow feeling in the peer support model, and such as Cism or EAP becomes quite essential, is, hey, I've been there, right? I've worked the night shift. I've driven the patrol vehicle. I've been involved through those horrific incidents. I may not understand what you're going through today, but I've been in something similar. And these are the strategies and the models that worked for me. So peer support, the way it works, again, where it's opposite of therapy. And again, we are not dismissing therapy. We're not dismissing the professionals. They are essential parts of our tools, especially their firm model. And they are actually the builders of this model. And having them in this model is quite essential. But where the empathy and the peer, connection is, hey, I've been there. I've been in that hole with you. I've had those struggles. I have, those nightmares. I've had those nightmares. Let me help you through it, right? So really, really important to kind of be able to talk about it, to get rid of the stigma, to encourage people to heal. We want our staff to live long, healthy lives. We want them to have happy relationships with their families, with their children. We don't want isolation, loneliness, substance abuse. We want people to exist, and not just exist, but exist and be happy and enjoy their weekends and live long into retirement. The joke is they give us good pension packages because we don't live for too long, right? So, but we need them to do that, right? Enough of the struggle. Thank you for watching. There's many more awesome videos coming along. Continue to subscribe and like, and we'll see you soon.